All right, good morning, everybody. Let's come in and let's give God praise this morning for another Monday morning in the city of St. Louis. Expecting some decent weather today. I think it's in the 50s, which is good for us in the month of November. If anything over 40 is a plus. Let's be grateful. All right. Y'all come in. Certainly we are thanking God for another day, another opportunity full of opportunities. This day is full of opportunities. Opportunities, you all. We had a phenomenal service yesterday. A couple of glitches with the drama team, but we got past it. Nevertheless, it was a great day, and we anticipate great things from the Lord in this season. That's real tough. Great anticipation. So y'all come on in. Let's get your family connected, get your friends connected. Let's start sharing. As always, I encourage you to share and share and share and share, because someone needs to be able to receive a word of encouragement, a word of peace, a word of comfort, a word of direction. That's what we do, man. We give direction from the Lord. Hello, somebody, whether it's clinical, psychological, spiritual, social, whatever the platform, whatever the venue we take, ultimately, it leads to God impacting your life. And so we thank him for his faithfulness to all of us. I am grateful to God for his goodness unto me. I am the least worthy, but he makes me worthy. Hello, somebody. He has value. So let's talk for a few minutes. Got a few things going on today, and just kind of processing my thoughts personally, as well as wanting to share with you a particular thought, and that is, I am committed to my purpose. I am committed to my purpose. Let me say this to you. We can talk about purpose, the reason, that God has awakened you this morning, and we can talk about that. But the bigger picture is, are you committed to your purpose? And what I've learned is that over the years, there's a gradual manifestation. There are increments that God will bestow and impart upon us, particularly when it comes to our purpose. David became the king of all Israel, of course, in his maybe 30, 35. He was 30 or 35, but he's about 15 when he was anointed king. 15. And so it was another 15 years or 20 years before he became king of the northern and southern kingdom. Moses, another case in point. You know the story. Moses was a fugitive. He was a murderer. He killed an Egyptian at 40, and he flees Egypt. But for the next 40 years, he is being impacted by his father-in-law, Jethro. He's being impacted by time. So for 40 years, purpose. But here's the key. He had to show or prove to God that he was committed. At 80, God says to Moses, go back to Pharaoh. He's a fugitive. He's a murderer. He says, but go back to Pharaoh and tell Pharaoh, let my people go. So let's talk about commitment, because we can talk about purpose, but if you're not committed to your purpose, you won't see the manifestation of purpose. Okay. So then what is commitment? What is commitment? Commitment is very simply responsibility. Responsibility. Something that takes up time or energy, especially an obligation. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. In a nutshell, commitment is responsibility, something that takes up time or energy, especially an obligation. That's commitment. Commitment is loyalty, devotion. Commitment is dedication. Commitment is what causes you to do what you do. My God. Dedication to a relationship, dedication to your purpose, dedication to doing what you do. That's commitment. It's dedication. And unfortunately, we live in a generation that are just not committed. All right. So the question is, what is commitment? All right, let me get this situated. All right. It transforms, listen to this, commitment, it transforms the promise into a reality. God is a God that fulfills promises. I'm a living witness. Yes, he is. But because of commitment, God transforms the promise to reality. It is the words that speak boldly of our intentions and the actions which speak louder than the words. Wow, that's deep, man. Commitment is the words that speak boldly of our intentions and the actions which speak louder than words. So your actions ought to speak louder than what you're saying or what you say, right? Commitment is making, listen, it is making the time when there is none. I found out when I was down with my knee, busy. But then when I was down with my knee, my number one priority was managing my pain. Number one, which meant rather that I was not concerned about social media. I wasn't concerned about vision in terms of ministry, community, all other things that I'm connected to. In that moment when I was hurting, my commitment was to manage my pain. Hello, somebody. That's real talk. The other side of the equation is that I realized that, you know what? You do have time. You have time. You have time to do what you're committed to. Yes, you do. I have time. It's all about priority. That's real talk. All right. It is coming through. Listen to this. It is coming through time after time, year after year after year. If you say you're committed and you're waiting to New Year's rather, for a resolution, I question your commitment. If you wait until the precipice or the end of another year, you're on another year's coming. No, commitment says today. You might not see 2022. That's commitment, all right? Commitment is the stuff character is made of. Your character is who you are. It's who I am. Is it? If you're a crook, you're a slickster, that's your character. You're a liar, that's your character. If you are not loyal, that's your character. I don't care how you dress it, how you package it, that's your character. And I'm a firm believer that people eventually will discover what your real character is. If you're committed, it'll rise to the top, right? It is the power to change the face of things. That's commitment. It is, listen, it is the daily triumph, daily. So it is the increments of daily commitment. It's not it's all right for vision and plan and strategic planning, and that's wonderful. But let's talk about today. Let's talk about right now. All right. What are you doing right now today, or what are you willing to do right now today that would suggest that you're committed? You're committed to being a different Christian. You're committed to being a different person. You're committed to changing your attitude. You're committed to living life better. You're committed to your self-development. Because if you think another whole human being is going to cause or elevate your commitment, suddenly it's not. It could drag you down, depends on who you connected to. Commitment speaks of integrity over skepticism. That's real talk. You outlive lies. You have integrity. I was talking about that yesterday. You have integrity, man. Your word is your word. Your bond is your bond. If you say something, you're going to do it. And if you can't do it, you notify the folk that you committed to, that you were going to do something. That's commitment. That's integrity. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. Let that man not think he should get anything from the Lord. Because if you're double-minded, then you got two heads, two souls, two minds. Hello, somebody. When you have integrity, you're committed to God and you're committed to what you say you're committed to do. That's real talk, right? The psalmist says in Psalm 37, he says, number 5, he says, commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. My God. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth your righteousness as the light. In this text, the word, when we talk about righteousness in the text, it means innocence. God will bring forth your innocence as the light and your justice as the noonday. I don't know nobody that can defend you better than God. I don't know no one. There are people who will find you guilty, but God will bring your innocence to light. That's the word, all right? Solomon says in the Proverbs 16:3, he says, commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. Man, that's a word. Commit your thoughts to the Lord, and your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. It does sound good. Commit your thoughts to the Lord. Keep your mind stayed on him. Keep in perfect peace. So commit your works. What are your endeavors, your goals, whatever you're doing, it says commit it to the Lord. Commit it to God. That business, even in the midst of a pandemic, and you're struggling to keep the doors open, struggling because supply chain, your business is on the brink of going under, commit your works to the Lord. I serve a God who is notorious for giving us great turnarounds. And your thoughts will be established. You got to get your mind right, but you got to commit to God. All right? Paul J. Meyer, and I'm quoting, says, productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. Let me say it again. I want you to hear this. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. That's it. You got to be committed to excellence. Then Vince Lombardi says it like this, and this is powerful. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. Let me say it again. The quality, Vince Lombardi says it like this. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. I'd rather have an inch of excellence than a mile of mediocrity. Give me an inch. Because that inch of excellence, if built up on, will produce excellence. You do not get excellence out of mediocrity. My God, it's not going to happen. You don't get greatness out of non-commitment. Real quick story. Yesterday after church, when I was still celebrating my birthday, thank all of y'all for your cards and gifts and all the monetary expressions. Thank you. I appreciate that. But my wrestling coach from high school passed recently, and this guy was a beast. He was a beast, man. I weighed 96 pounds in my freshman year of high school. So I was a 98-pound wrestler. But he put me in the environment with seniors and juniors. I'm a young freshman, you all. And he taught me conditioning. Why? Because conditioning is number one. I don't care how much talent you have, athleticism you might have. If you're not in shape, you can't perform at your best. So he taught me that, how to work hard, how to think like a champion. So that thread, that moment of training, and I say moment collectively, the 4 whatever years, collectively became a thread that transcend every area of my life. And then you add Jesus to that. You add Jesus to that training and that calibration that I was able to acquire in high school and, of course, in college for a year. But the reality is that thread of thinking like a champion perpetuated through my life. Then you add Christ to that, you can't lose. Commitment is it's on steroids now. It's on steroids. And sometimes people look at us who are old movers and shakers and we making it happen. They don't understand that they're seeing just a frame. They don't know the preparation and all that have come with this process. My God, commitment. I'm committed to my purpose. Hello, somebody. Get committed. So we're going to talk about that this week. We're going to talk about that this week. I am committed to my purpose. All right. Now, I need y'all to share, like, all that stuff. You know how we do it. Get the word out. I need to see at least 100 shares. At least 100 shares. I look at the analytics, and for you that are sharing, I thank you. For those that are not sharing, get committed to sharing. Become committed. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And I encourage you to go back and look at the message yesterday. Wake up and be alert. Satan's eviction notice. It was a great message. We had a little glitch with the play, but we work past that and get the word. All right. I would implore you to look at it. Likewise, this message, this lesson, keep listening, replay. Because the more it gets in your spirit, the more it's going to fuel that fire to be committed. Fuel the fire. You got to put the right stuff in for the fire to keep burning. Felt God with that. Got to put the right stuff in because the fire will go out or the fire will start to dimmer. But if you put the right stuff in it, that fire will continue to burn. And guess what? That's your responsibility. It's not mine, not parents, not mother, father, sister, brother. That's your responsibility. Not the preacher. It's your responsibility. All right. Be blessed. Thank you.